full step-by-step tutorial on how to start Vinted reselling. We're going to be going over everything you need to know, buying stock, selling stock, and how to scale your business. Now, what's different with this video compared to others is we are not gatekeeping anything. We are telling you everything you need to know from how to start to how to run a six-figure reselling business. Now, time to talk about buying stock. Now, this is the part that everyone thinks is the hardest. However, once I tell you what I'm going to tell you, you will have no problems buying stock. There are three different methods when starting out. The first is through suppliers, the second is through charity shops, and the third is through the Vinted monitor. Each of these have pros and cons, so let's dive right into them. First things first, let's talk about charity shops. Now, this is a place where people hand in their clothes for free for charity, and usually it's undervalued stuff. When it's undervalued, obviously that leaves you a margin to make money. However, there are a lot of negatives with charity shops. When we're talking about charity shops, one, there's a lot of items that you do not want, so you might be overwhelmed. Two, one that they don't talk about is the travel expenses. If you want to hit up 10 to 20 different charity shops, you've got to include your petrol, you've got to include food, and you're having to go out and about, so this is time taking. However, this does come with pros. You might find dimes that are only £2 and you'll be able to sell them for £20+, leaving you with a nice margin. This is personally not my favorite one. However, it's something that if you want to start on a really low budget, it is perfect for you guys to start. Next up is through a Vinted monitor, and this is my personal favorite because in my opinion, there's no negatives. A Vinted monitor essentially scans Vinted for any new listings. Now, what's interesting about this is with some Vinted monitors, you can set your own custom filters. For example, if you're really interested in selling streetwear brands such as Stussy, Cortez, Supreme, and Palace, you can set this on the monitor. I can tell the monitor that I want Supreme t-shirts for under £15. When someone lists on Vinted a Supreme t-shirt for under £15, you are directly notified. You can then buy this item and then sell it at a profit quite easily. So when you're starting out, find your niche that you want, then set your custom filters to what you want and your buy-in prices. For me personally, I'm confident I can move Supreme t-shirts for above £25 if they're a good colorway and in good condition. So I'll set this on my custom Vinted monitor, Supreme t-shirts under £15 in good condition, and then I can buy these items and resell them for a profit. Now, what's great about the Vinted monitor is you can actually set as many filters as you want and as many brands as you want. So even if you had 20 different brands that you wanted to cover, you can do this inside a Vinted monitor. Now, there are many different Vinted monitors out there. We personally do run our own Vinted monitor, and I'm not just making this video to promote this. We currently have over 500 people using this Vinted monitor. We have checked out over 30,000 different items using our auto buy. You press one button and it buys it for you. But there are some negatives to a Vinted monitor. First thing being, you are going to have to pay a monthly subscription price. Many people charge between £25 and £30 a month just for access to a Vinted monitor. Our own is only £15, and we'll actually run a little discount code for you, 50% off your first month if you use code YouTube. Now, the only other negative to a Vinted monitor is you kind of need to know what you're looking for. And when I say that, if you're very specific on Supreme t-shirts for under £15, then you might not get many items uploaded a day. However, if there's loads of different niches that you know about, all these different brands, jackets, trousers, shoes, electronics, anything, then this is perfect for you because you can actually monitor a bunch of different brands at once, and that means you'll be getting notified hundreds of times a day for this Vinted monitor, which means potentially 100 items purchased a day. Now, moving on to suppliers. Now, this is not the most beginner-friendly way of starting Vinted reselling due to the minimum order quantities. This is also known as MOQ. Now, these suppliers want to sell in bulk. You can't just buy 2 sweatshirts from Ralph Lauren. You're usually coming in bundles of 20, 50, 100, or even bales of 1,000 for the best price. Now, the other negatives with suppliers is one, you don't really 100% know what you're getting. Two, finding a reliable supplier is a whole different story. Three, obviously, you're having to put a lot of cost up front, which is going to impact your business, especially when you're starting out on lower capital. Now, there is loads of pros with suppliers. Once you're high up in the game and you build relationships with these good suppliers, they are going to sort you out because you are moving their stock quick. Now, one thing I will say about suppliers, don't just look on TikTok or social media to find these vintage suppliers. Any suppliers I have found for sneakers, clothing, anything along those lines has actually been through networking and actually building a relationship with the suppliers. I've never found them just looking on social media, because at the end of the day, that basically saying that these suppliers, whoever markets the best, you're going to go with. And that doesn't mean they have the best products. So overall, charity shops, great if you're starting out. However, it's very time consuming and not a good way of getting a lot of stock. Vinted monitor, I would say, is the middle ground. You can get a lot of stock. However, you are having to pay £7.50 or £15 a month for this Vinted monitor, and you kind of need to know what you're looking out for. And then suppliers can be great because because you can order online, they come straight to you. You don't have to spend much time. However, risks being you have to order a lot. You don't know what you're getting. You've got to find a good supplier. Now I've given you all three of these methods. Let's move on to actually when you get your stock, how are you actually going to sell it? Now, many factors come into play when we're talking about selling stock. Photos, titles, descriptions, where you post it. It can all be quite a lot when you are selling your items. First things first, if you ever buy something off Vinted, make sure you check the item in the first 48 hours of being delivered. If something is wrong with it, defected, not as described, or replicas, you can actually create a case on Vinted and get your refund, but it has to be within the first 48 hours. Now you're ready to start taking your photos. Find a nice lit place, whether that's using a studio light or using some natural daylight with a nice background. This is as simple as using flooring. If you have a nice mat, anything along those lines to make your images look crispy, that is perfect. Now when you're taking the photos, many different key factors can come into play. Make sure you're taking enough photos but not too many. I suggest between the 6 and 10 photos. This includes a bird's eye view of the whole item, and this also includes any logos, close-ups, or any defects. You need to include these in these photos. Another great tip is having a small tape measure for your items. If you have this on during your photos, then they can see their measurements that they want to see, such as the pit to pit length, the arm length, and overall the general gist of this size, whether it's an oversized fit and so on. Having the pit to pit lengths and using the tape measure, this will save you over hundreds of questions from people wanting to buy from you. Now once you've taken all these photos and you're happy with it, now it's time to get listing. Now this video is how to start Vinted reselling. However, I actually suggest to upload to all different platforms. This includes eBay, this includes Vinted and Depop. Whatever you can list on, it's worth doing. Even if you don't have a big Instagram following, it's still worth posting your stock. You're going to build a brand reputation and people are actually going to start coming to you rather than looking on Vinted. Vinted by far is the biggest selling platform, and don't get me wrong, most of your sales will be on Vinted. However, there will be some Depop sales, there will be some eBay sales that you wouldn't have got on Vinted. So it's definitely worth posting across all three of these. A lot of people will post these manually, or a lot of people will use cross listers. Just be wary when you're using cross listers, because sometimes Vinted can flag this to your account if they see you're using automation software. And the last thing we want when you're starting out is your Vinted account to get banned. Now, when you're actually making these listings, there are two key factors, the title and description. And I know this sounds like I'm spoon feeding you, but trust me, the amount of people and bad listings I see, make sure your title is clear, the size, the color, the brand, and what category. Simple as that. So for example, if you have a Stussy 8-ball jumper, the title should be Stussy 8-ball black jumper size medium. Simple as that. Add some more specifics if you want to add the measurements, if there's any defects, good condition, blah, blah, blah. Anything you can add to make the buyer actually want your item, such as fast shipping. And finally, when you're listing on Vinted especially, always put it a little bit above what you're hoping to get. This is because Vinted is known for lowballers. You would have seen so many funny social media posts when you list something for 50 quid and someone's offering you a tenner. If I'm looking for £45 on an item, I'll personally list it at £50. If someone offers me at £45, I would accept the offer, but sometimes it will actually just sell for £50, so happy days. Once you've got all of these uploaded, it's good to track your listings to see how they're performing in the first 24 hours. If your items are not getting any views, not getting any favorites, then something might be wrong with your listing and it might be worth looking into that, such as changing the photos, the titles, the description. That is everything you need to know about the selling process. It's just rinse and repeat and you will learn along the way. One thing I really recommend doing is keeping a spreadsheet of all your stock and all your sales, where they sell, what brands, and so on, because this is data you're going to want to know when you're buying next. For example, if I've got 20 items and 5 of these items that are sold are all Stussy, then I know to keep buying more Stussy because that's what I can personally sell. Find your niche and double down on it. Which moves us on nicely to actually how to scale your business and some couple secret tips and tricks that you need to know about when Vinted reselling. Make sure you are buying up as much as you can. However, don't just go all in on this item. You need to keep finding different niches and then you will have your staple 5 items that you know do well. Next thing is cash flow. If you're working with a small budget, £100, £200, £300, make sure you're getting items in quick and you're getting it out fast. Get the item sold, get the next stock in, and build up your capital this way. Another massive tip that got me to the place I am right now, and that is being consistent with everything you do. The biggest point of this is you'll always be learning. Now remember this, you will have bad months, you will have bad days. However, you continue to learn and you'll be able to increase and scale your business so much quicker than the average person. And lastly, enjoy the journey of being a Vinted reseller. Building your own business is nothing more rewarding than that, guys. We run our own custom Vinted monitor where we actually give you 24/7 24/7 support whenever you need it. We include price guides, we include how to set up the monitor. We give you everything you need to know to kickstart your vintage reselling business. Our reviews speak for itself, guys, and you can use code YouTube for 50% off your first month vintage reselling. Now, if this video has helped you just that one bit, I'd appreciate if you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop any questions you have down below. I will be here to help you guys out. Good luck in your vintage reselling journey. Let's start cooking, let's build your own business, and I'll see you guys in the next video.